Hello, and welcome to the Superhero Hub. This is up for discussion. I'm Sam.
No, Matt,
I think I actually butchered that. That was real bad.
it was quite bad, but
Anyway,
whatever.
today we're going to be reviewing the le-
Arrow.
the latest episode of
Yes.
Arrow.
What was this episode called?
I was hoping you didn't ask me that because I forgot. Season 5, episode 10. Oh, Who Are You? The episode's called Who Are You?
That was it, yeah.
Who are you? Who are you? Either way. So, picking up where we left off, I'll tell you one issue I had. I'm just going to fly straight into it, you know what I mean? No spin, as Sean Hannity would say.
I don't know who that is.
Is a person on Fox News, but it's always like the non-spin. Oh wait, I mean Bill O'Reilly. Damn it.
Maybe, I don't even know who to... Never mind.
Yeah, I got the wrong one. Bill O'Reilly, I meant. No spin, no BS, just straight to the facts. My issue was, well, how connected was Felicity
Mm.
and this Billy guy? Because, like, I don't really think anyone was really bothered by the fact he killed him.
Oh, what, is this a dead boyfriend?
Yeah, it's like that was
Right.
glazed over. So like, I mean, if I was Oliver Queen and that, I'd be thinking, whew, bullet dodged. You know what I mean? No pun intended.
Yeah, I agree. She got over it pretty quickly, but I'm kind of glad though. I don't have to sit through like half a season of her being angry.
Yeah, pretty quickly. Like there was not bad. There was like it was brought up once for about 2 seconds, a kind of glancing blow, if you will, like slightly mentioned, and then it wasn't discussed again. It's like, yo,
Yeah, but I don't care about him.
if I was Oliver Queen, I'd be like, phew, I was feeling guilty about that for a second, but no one's mentioned it. I think I got away with that one.
If the character had been around for a couple of seasons, which I don't really want him to, but if he had, I might care more. But it really is like it was a throwaway plot device, wasn't it? It was something to set up, something to make Oliver question himself.
Yeah, I know, but like Felicity, she's a kind of, the way she is, she's kind of emotional and whingy, so I thought she might kick up a fuss. I mean, they were intimate, if you know what I mean, so I figured she would have at least kicked up a fuss.
So would I, but good God, I don't want her to
Yeah,
just be quirky and make funny comments. That's fine.
yeah, I mean, well, she hasn't really been doing that. She was kind of full of herself in the episode as well, ordering people around like, I know what's best, and I'm not going to consult anyone else. It's
It
like
was, yeah.
she's got a little bit too big for her boots. I mean, Oliver called her up on it, and so we should. I'll be like, see, can you be like that? Because like, in terms of kind of the team dynamic, if she wants to lead, go ahead, because you could say that Oliver's compromised at the minute because it's a very personal vendetta going on. So, but I mean, there's something I've literally lost. I just don't like her at all. I just don't like her.
I think as long as she isn't with him, I quite like the character. I do think she did take a step out of her zone. I think a little in ordering them to do their thing. I I don't really want this to happen, but I think it would be interesting to take her down, not a villainous route, but kind of a misguided one, where she's so desperate to stop anyone getting hurt again that she sends people in and gets them to do things they probably shouldn't do, that are morally questionable. Like in Doctor Who with Harriet Jones,
Yeah.
the Prime Minister. That might be an interesting route to take the character down, but then once you've done that, can you bring him back? Really, can you redeem him? They are kind of trapped with Felicity now. What do you do with the character?
You can't turn it. The kind of over the seasons, the job's affecting her. That's what I'm saying. I'd like to go back to being like funny and quirky and stuff, but literally like.
Can you do that though? That's what I mean.
You can't.
Has too much happened.
Yeah, too much has happened. You can't do it. There's literally no way back to that. So I mean, the writers or whatever, the show's ruined her, and there's no way that, which is kind of good because I dislike the character now. So this is like the beginning and the end. They're gonna ruin her, and they're slowly chipping away and ruining her, and there's no way they can go back from it. So it's
I,
like, oh great.
I think they probably will find some way of rectifying it. I don't think they want the character to leave, but it is odd now, what, 5 years in, see how things have changed with people. I know a lot of people, not everyone, but a lot of people seem desperate to have Laurel back in some way, shape, or form, and they hated her for the first 2 years.
I'm not
Felicity was
gonna
the one
lie.
they did like.
I'm not gonna lie, I wanted her back. Like this episode, obviously, it turns out she's Black Siren, but like when
Mm.
Oliver was trying to get through to her, and when she was saying that, like, or her experiences in Earth 2 had like changed her into this villain, and there's like a glimmer of hope. I was like, oh my god, please, I want Laurel back so bad. You can't. I don't think you can understand. All the episode I was watching, and I was hoping, I begs they like smooch, or I begs they get together, and then like it turns out she's like in prison now or whatever, or locked away in Argus. I was like, oh damn it! It's like, please bring her back. You know what I mean? I want her back so bad.
That could be an interesting story as well. Can he redeem her? Blah blah blah.
Yeah,
Maybe
so
his own. He is kind of Batman, so maybe she can be his Catwoman, I guess.
in doing so, I want them to get to. I want Felicity gone. That's what I mean. I'm pleased that the writers have butchered her, because now I'm hoping everyone else is going to turn against her.
I don't think. No, I don't think she'll leave the show.
She's lost all her good qualities. They've butchered all her good qualities. And they've done it because they've got a bumming off this relationship with Oliver. They've given the fans what they want with this Felicity rubbish, and what
Yeah, but
they've shot themselves in the foot. They've
I
been
will say
so
that, but they didn't really, though, did they? They did. That they've got to take some of the
they're
blame as well.
pandering.
They turned it into a soap opera.
Yeah, they're pandered, and now the problem is they've put her into a position where, like, now she's just moany yenter and stuff like that. She's not a likable character. She's lost all her redeeming features, and now there's nothing they can do to get her out of it. So in pandering to the fans, see, normally pandering and stuff like that, people can blag their way out of it. You know what I mean? They pander and they're like, oh whoops, you know what I mean? But in this instance, they've pandered, and now they're gonna feel. Now they've got to suffer the consequence for pandering to all the Felicity fans. It's like you've screwed yourself over, and you shot yourself in the foot, and there's nothing you can do about it. So you've ruined her. So yes, for the true,
Okay.
it's a win for the true believers. You know
Well,
what I mean?
we'll see. But
It's a big win.
let's deal with Laurel then.
I want her back so bad.
How obvious was it though?
Oh yeah, it's
I
so
mean,
obvious.
really.
Yeah, because it's like they kind of feebly like explained it away as well, because like really badly, and this is a big plot point, because she comes in, she's spouting all this rubbish how she was brought back, and their explanation is, oh, Prometheus told her. Yeah, okay then, but one problem, how the hell does Prometheus know about the Wave Rider and Sarah Lance being the captain? You know what I mean? Oh, I was brought back to life, they took me to Wave Rider. How do you know? How does she know about that? Nobody should know
Yeah.
about that.
And didn't he break her out of
Yeah, Star
Star
Labs,
Labs?
without anyone knowing.
Yeah,
Wi-
that's weird, isn't it?
Yeah, you know what I mean. Okay, you can explain that away, like everyone's so distracted. But the fact she gives an explanation about the Wave Rider is like, I'm pretty sure. How the hell does Prometheus know that? I mean, barely. Like, who really on the team knows that? I mean, I think pretty much everyone knows now, but
Yeah.
I figure maybe that Evelyn girl told her.
Does she know about it?
See, that's what I mean. Because they say that and they'll explain it like that, but literally it's
Didn't
like
didn't she leave the team before?
invasion, yeah.
Yeah.
And that's literally, unless literally when he brings in the team, he tells them everything. It's like, oh, this and that, but it's like, yo, I think that was a troublesome one there. For her to come up with that, it's like, oh, that's fine, that's a fair excuse for her coming back. And then it's like, oh, how does she know all this? Prometheus. It's like, don't know about that one.
It does seem convenient, but maybe depends who Prometheus is, doesn't it?
It's like this Claiborne guy.
Well,
So,
maybe, but we think it might be him. But if we've never actually seen who he is, then it calls into question his identity, doesn't it?
yeah, that could be like an interesting twist. Yeah, but who
He's a
would it
red
be?
herring. I don't
Who
know,
would
Roy
it be
Harper.
then? Malcolm Merlin.
Oh, I mean Roy maybe, but I don't see them making Roy evil.
You know what? It's probably gonna turn because you ain't seen Malcolm Merlin. It's probably gonna turn out to be him.
Nah, he's on Legends, isn't he? They're not going to do that again.
Yeah, but it's a past version of himself.
I
Like,
don't. I don't think so. I really don't. I don't know who it is. I mean,
I think they'll probably try and twist it. I think they'll use that to their advantage. The fact that they ain't showed his face, and they're kind of blagging it. You know what I mean? So I figure
yeah.
they could use that to the advantage. So I spent most of the episode wondering why no one's really bothered that he's killed this guy. But I figure, oh, that's okay because I can't deal with Felicity moaning anymore. I'm sick of her. And the rest of the episode, like, oh please, like, please, Laurel turn out to be. I wanted them to smooch. I know it's really weird, but I'm sick of like the messing about now. I'm sick of Felicity. I want Oliver and Laurel to get together, draw a line under it, no messing about, sorted, and go along that line.
I saw. She called before it was revealed she wasn't Laurel. She called Thea. I'm kind of glad she didn't call the old man. What's his name? Quentin.
Yeah.
That would have been an obvious slap in the face, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it's like, oh, I'm coming out of rehab. Oh, wait a minute, damn it, back to rehab.
Uh,
That would be a good one. Yeah,
the flashbacks, right? How many times has this dude been tortured?
a lot of times.
Like seriously?
This is proper slap up though. It's covered in blood. I like that. But um, see, here's another one as well. Oliver Queen only knows of the League of Assassins. See, that's the problem now. Like, how much does Oliver know about? I'm trying to cast my mind back now, because well, it depends
Oh,
on,
because he knows Talia, right?
yeah, Talia. So I figure he's bumming about with her. She's gonna like talk. Well, it depends how the writers do it. Whether she reveals that she's League of Assassins. Because I'm trying to think how much
Right,
is Oliver
but
Queen. Because I remember the kind of only kind of thing he says is that he's heard rumours about Ra's al Ghul. Because remember, like back, he was like, "Oh, if half the stories I've heard about Ra's al Ghul are true, then we're all in trouble." So I figure he's not met him, but he's heard stories. So I figure,
they can kind of smooth that around a little, granted, but he knows Talia Rangul. Would that not ever have come up?
yeah,
Like when
that's what I
he
mean.
married Nissa. Oh, by the way, I met your sister once.
Yeah, yeah, because she's never really. The only time she's literally ever been mentioned before this, or was in Legends of Tomorrow.
I was a little girl, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So why she's looking for him, I don't know, but I do know. Like, casting my mind back, I think he's heard rumours of Ra's al Ghul but never met him, so I figure
Mm.
everything he knows, Talia's going to tell him, but I don't think they're going to meet or anything like that, so I think that's interesting because
Yeah.
it's kind of a clever little thing that explains how he knew about Ra's al Ghul.
It's clever but very convenient with the Talia thing, right? It's kind of like Obi-Wan in Star Wars where he meets R2-D2 and said he'd never have a droid, but then in the prequel they were always hanging around with R2-D2. Well, technically he never owned him, so you can get away with it, but it's very convenient.
I'm kind of interested in what their business is. Is like, why would she
Mm.
be looking for him unless there's a contract out on him or something like that? But why would there be a contract out on him?
And she would just
So
killed him, didn't she?
I tell you what, I hate their hoods, the League of Assassins hoods.
Yeah.
Because Nissa had the same one. It's kind of like really round and like it's annoying. It makes their heads look funny. So I dislike that. That's a point I bring up. Another point as well, which I think was annoying, um, was at the end with I'm gonna find a replacement for the Black Canary. Then it just so happens in a bar in Hub City, not
Yeah.
only is there a woman running her mouth, but she also happens to have this sonic scream as well.
It's a
It's like,
goofy scene as well, wouldn't
come
it?
on.
It's a goofy scene that they do all the time. They keep on doing with the Black Canary, the other one, Sarah, where they have her beat the crap out of someone and stand there looking all badass. Like, we get it. She's a badass woman. You don't need to work this hard.
I think they're definitely working that because I mean you got Talia Al Ghul, original OG, and then you got this next woman as well. I think they're kind of
That's fine. I have no problem with that. I just
the
don't.
kind of
Also,
annoying thing is the undertone is that it is like a political message. Is all this stuff you see it across all the boards. Most 90% of the TV programs I watched always has little like tidbits, like sneery little kind of political undertoned messages, and that's what this is now. Because obviously,
and again, there's nothing wrong with having it, and I prefer it. I don't want women running around whining, crying all the time. That's why we don't really like Felicity. It's just
that's why
how you do it. It comes off cheap,
that's why I
especially when
like
you keep doing it in these shows.
That's why I like Black Siren, but especially now it's just like it's like real nods to like Trump, and it's just like okay, we know. It's like it doesn't because it's literally in every single TV show in at
Yeah,
least one episode a season from like about a month ago till like however long it's gonna go, however long they're gonna carry on going on about it. But literally from a month ago, I started to notice little things where like in every program I watch, especially American programs, they like make like a little hint or something like that, and it's
yeah.
like, yo,
Well,
drop it.
that's just funny. I don't particularly enjoy it. It's just part of the thing. It's the same when Obama get elected. There were always references here or there, whatever it may be.
The funny thing is like they're making all this digs and that, and it's like their president, the president in this Arrowverse, is
The
female.
woman.
Yeah, I mean it's female in Supergirl, where that's like another up. But on here, because you see him when he confronts, he said, because you got the colonel or whatever with Diggle, and the guy's like, oh yeah, I'm not going to move him, and it's like, I'll just get a signed letter from the president in like an hour, and then they're like blah 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 she. So I mean the president on their Earth is female as well. So it's like
Yeah, I think so. 'Cause if I remember rightly, the president was a man um, in the invasion, and he died or something.
oh yeah, and then it
And
was
then
a woman. Yeah. So I mean, but
yeah, okay.
with the political messages, it's like stay out of that sort of stuff. You know what I mean? It's like I'm sick of it because all of them are doing it. Because you had like Supergirl at like the Women's March like the other day and that with our little sign. I'm not going to say what the sign said because we might have young viewers, but it's like I'm sick of it. I know it's like a big issue and that, but like stop making like snarky little comments. Honestly, I just sit there and I just like, it's like, oh come on now,
Yeah, but
I'm
that's just
sick
the
of
way.
it.
I know again. Like, I don't particularly enjoy it. It's just something you're gonna have to accept for a while.
Yeah, it's annoying. Probably because I'm like a supporter, but I mean, it's just like just forget
Uh,
about it. But
don't bring politics.
Arrow's doing it. Yeah, I know I'm not, but I'm just saying I'm sick of it now. But yeah. So that scene at the end with like this woman we've never seen before, like, and she just the fact they give her the canary cry as well. It's like, oh, for Christ's sake!
No, no, it's a bit
It's like
heavy-handed,
drop
isn't it?
that. So I mean, um, going forward, I mean, there's this Corvo guy. Is that his name?
I don't know who you're
This
thinking about.
Russian guy in the flashbacks are all going on about.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, well, that's like Dolph Lundgren, so he's going to
Oh,
be in the
right,
show.
yeah.
Yeah, so they're leading up to that, whatever that's going to be. So
I like
Dolph's
the,
going to be kicking Arrow around.
I like the stuff with Mr. Terrific and the other guy. Well, that stuff.
Yeah, that's like teammate bonding there. That's good. That's like the dynamic. But like, I think. See, that was good, but like Mr. Terrific was messed up at him, and like when they're talking later, he's like, "Oh yeah, bringing it up and that," and it's like they should have made the point. Like they didn't make the point; they skirted around it, but it should have been like that. The wild dog or whatever should have been like, "Yo, you should be thanking me because I made you talk about it." You know what I mean? They didn't actually say that, but it's like because this guy's like kind of um, uh, let me just explain this just right. But like Mr. Terrific's kind of sulky and like out of it, you know what I mean, and is like keeping it hidden. And it's like this guy's like wind him up to the point spoke about. It's like, yo, it's like obviously this is a problem. You need to like share it, you know what I mean. But they didn't actually take that angle. It was just like, oh, thanks for getting me back to kind of make me appreciate my skills and that. And it's like, you should be thanking me for like making you say it out loud so you can kind of get it off your chest, because obviously you were holding it in and not saying anything, and obviously that was affecting your performance. But that's what it should have been. But they were like, oh yeah, thanks for making me appreciate my gifts. It's like, oh, whatever.
Yeah,
See,
well,
that's where
think,
the writers drop the ball and stuff. The writing on it's like a little slack. It's like, yo,
I don't know. I think Mr. Terrific was the point. He was the focus. I think the point was, the other guy, what's his name, Wild Dog, whatever.
Yeah, Rene.
He's brash, but really deep down, he's a nice guy, I guess.
I think his kind of experience is kind of softening up a bit, because obviously he was mad at the metahumans, and after the invasion, hanging out with the Flash and Supergirl, he kind of eased up a bit. So they're easing him up. Their kind of character arc is having him like as a kind of hard-nosed guy. They're kind of softening him up for his experiences.
Yeah, and I think it was good for the Mr. Terrific character as well. He just doesn't suit the action. He doesn't really fit when he's out there. He's better with Felicity doing their computer thing.
Yeah, unless they make him like proper from the comics, where he's like using them balls like flying about. Because at the moment, all he does is like kind of like kung fu and stuff like that, like hand-to-hand fighting.
Sure, exactly what I mean.
It's like it'll be better if he's like
himself. It's the actor. I guess he just looks more like a bit of a computer geek. He seems more like Cisco than he does, Arrow.
Yeah, I mean, if they're gonna have him in the action, take away close combat, hand-to-hand fighting, give him them terrific balls, and then get him flying around blowing stuff up. I mean, have him like that. So that way he's kind of like long range, like disambiguous to the fighting, but it's still like doing something. I mean, it don't suit him just having him like tucked away now. So I mean, have him do stuff.
Let's think about Diggle.
I hope they kind of get that out of the way, because I was thinking, hasn't anyone got like, why can't Argus clear that up? Why can't Argus clear that up and get him like out of there? It's like, what's Layla doing? You know what I mean? It's like I'm sitting there thinking, haven't they got like enough influence in whatever to be like, get Diggle out there and leave it at that? It's like, why can't they? I mean, they've met the president. Like, why can't they just be like, yo, can you get him like out of here and leave it at that? It's like they're dragging this out for no reason. It's like, haven't they got connections to kind of clear this up in like 5 minutes and leave it at that? So it's kind of just a pointless subplot. It's like, what's the point?
It was. I do think it helped.
Unless they kill him. Unless, like, the only way that would have been good is at the end they pass him over to this Colonel guy and he ends up killing John Diggle.
No, you can't just kill him like that. There's no build-up to it.
I mean, that's a shock, though.
Yeah, but the shock for shock's sake is no good. You've got to tell the story. There's no build-up to it. You don't just kill him like that. Especially after you just did that thing where I accidentally killed the other guy and you were bringing back Felicity, not Felicity, Laurel, even though you're not bringing that back. Well, mathematically it won't work. But
yeah, I'm wondering what they're actually going to do with that now. Are they just going to forget? See that. They've kind of got all the ingredients of just like shelving her and forgetting about her, and then bringing back like, are they going to bring Laurel? Is Laurel back? Is she ever going to come back?
I don't think she will. What Laurel is in the actual Laurel.
Well,
I don't think she'll ever come back. Black Siren, they might work in. Like I say, I think they might put her in a Catwoman role. She won't be on the show all the time, but she'll be the recurring.
See, there's no point of being in it then. If they're not going to have her like in the show like a regular person, what's the point?
See, I don't agree. I think part of the problem is they keep on forcing these love interests to be a constant presence on the show all the time. I don't think they all need to be.
Yeah, but they can by having like Laurel as Black Canary, there wasn't really that dynamic. There was just a lot on the team or whatever. Then, like with their experiences in battle, if you will, build a like tighter relationship between Laurel and Oliver. But Felicity is the problem. If Felicity weren't in the show, there would be no problem. I think initially she was comic relief, and then they were like, "Oh, we like the relationship thing between us." Then the writers decide, "Oh yeah, we've got to have them in a relationship," and now they've dug themselves in the hole where she's not a likable character. If
Right, but again,
Felicity needs to be killed off,
I don't know. But I mean, don't put the blinders on. Remember the first couple of years, it wasn't great with Laurel. She was annoying.
yeah, because she was like, she was kind of a worst character. Now she's kind of now as
And
a
she was
black connect.
whiny and constantly ran them out. They called it out in this episode, Black Siren said, I don't like being a weak woman, blah blah blah, always whining. That's
Yeah.
what she was.
Yeah, and the thing was, Laurel's like a professional, powerful woman. So to have her like as professional DA and have her like still like a damsel in distress, is like you're completely like you turning on the message. You
Right,
know what I
and then
mean?
they ballsed it up a little by suddenly making a Black Canary within a couple of episodes. You know, it made no sense at all. So I do think they can bring Black Siren in. I just don't think she needs to be constantly on the show. She doesn't. Oliver doesn't need to see his maybe sort of girlfriend every episode. You don't need that.
No, but I figure she'd be part of the team because what else is she gonna do?
I don't know. Run around, do her own thing. You don't need to see her all the time.
Yeah, maybe
It's a
not.
big world, man. She can be a anti-hero somewhere else.
Yeah, I just, I think it's just my hatred of Felicity, but I
Yeah,
want.
I think it is as well.
Yeah, but it's not my fault.
It is.
They've made me this way. I blame the writers that made me this way, but yeah, I really want Laurel back. She kind of looked good as a Black Siren. I'm not gonna lie. The dark lipstick. I know she looked good. Normally she don't look so good. So
I
maybe
think.
maybe
I
because I ain't
think.
seen her for a while.
Yeah, maybe. I think the Diggle thing, as dragged out as it was, I think it might have been more about the DA guy showcasing him than it was really about Diggle
Yeah,
himself.
what's he gonna do?
Isn't he vigilante?
Um,
I'm pretty sure he is.
I'm not sure. So I mean, whether he is.
I think he's vigilante, if I remember rightly.
Okay, then that works out. Then that makes sense. But apart from that, the Diggle stuff should have kind of been wrapped up. You can still have like the DA guy have like a double life without it revolving around this John Diggle. You can wrap that up and just have like Oliver Queen's interaction with him, because then you've got like see what would be good is you've got Oliver Queen and him like in the daytime doing their thing like DA and Mayor, and then fighting against each other unknowingly as Vigilante and Green Arrow at night. I mean, that's like the proper like double life, not knowing, and it's like, yo, we like hang out all day, and then it turns out you like Vigilante.
Yeah, I mean,
That'd be good.
I say he's vigilante. He hasn't been revealed on the show. I'm pretty sure he is, if I remember rightly. I think for the comic books as well. I think they're the same guy.
Oh, see, that'd work out then, because that'd be jokes. Because when they come out fighting and that, and like Oliver Queen like smacks him up and takes it, and it's oh damn. Or if he smacks him up and finds out it's Oliver Queen, it'd be like oh damn. This would see that'd be good, because it's like that's a proper like double life dynamic, a double like dynamic thing going on. That'd be pretty decent, because that'd just be like funny, like not like like hilarious like good one, but it'd just be like funny, cool. I'd like that a lot. I think that'd be interesting. So yeah. So let's go on to rating. I think we've literally covered everything in the episode. Let's go on to ratings then. What'd you give it out of 10?
I thought it was pretty solid. I'll go 7.5.
Another 7. I'm pretty sure you're giving everything that we've
No, I guess
ever
7.8
reviewed 7.5.
is my go-to number.
See, it's kind of all ambiguous at the minute. There's a lot of like loose ends. I mean, I want to find out what's happening with Laurel. I mean, they kind of. What's the point in making such a big deal about bringing her back and then like ditching her in the same episode? It's like, so I thought that was a bit conceited. I think their whole like thing they were going for, and then they just wrapped it up in one episode.
Well,
So
we don't know that really.
oh
He can
come
come
on,
back.
Come on, this is
Sam,
Arrow.
I think
It's all
Katie
about
Perry, I think
Felicity. They've
Kate,
made it all
let
about
the
Felicity.
Felicity thing go, will you? For fuck's sake.
I'm gonna give it a 7.
Okay, that's still a good score.
And then if it turns out down the line that like Laurel's actually back, but I'm telling you, Felicity is ruining the show. Admit it.
I don't know. I think she was ruining the show last season. I think, but she's not that. As long as they're not together, I don't mind.
I mean, they've gone back to basics. I'm giving it a 7. They've gone back to basics. They're kind of. I think they'll be going down an interesting route. The next couple of episodes will be good to watch to see where they go. So we'll see you in the next episode. Like, share, subscribe. I'm Sam.
I'm not. That's
And we'll
awful.
see you in the next episode.